Hey, my fellow Halloween fans, TS Terra's here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Grave Dancer animatronic from Spirit Halloween. This thing arrived yesterday, and I really like it. I haven't looked at, other people's comments on it from other videos of unboxings and stuff like that, just because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But I really enjoy this prop. I think it's really cool, especially if you're going for like a cemetery or a graveyard. It just fits perfectly in a theme like that. So that was the main reason I bought it, but also it's very creepy. To me, it's important to have a good culmination of creepy props, jump scare props, absolutely terrifying props, and some fun props. Granted, I don't have every single one of the above. Well, I kind of do. That's off topic. Regardless, for those of you that are familiar with Spirit Halloween's inventory, you might remember the styrofoam or foam tombstones and gravestone heads that they sell for like $5 to $15 or whatever it is, sometimes more. This one's a hard plastic. And because of that, they have a good amount of detail on this thing, which obviously you're not going to see most of the detail at night. You'll probably see the cracks and stuff like that, which is really cool. You might see the change in coloring, but like most of the details, you're really just not going to see. But it's cool that she's standing pretty much at the tip of the tombstone itself, just ever so slightly to the right. But at the top here, this is what she looks like. And something I really like about her, that's a small detail that not everyone is going to be able to notice when they come by the house, is her fingernails are actually dirty and grimy and stuff like that, along with the rest of her hand. It actually makes sense the way that her hand is done, considering, well, she's in a graveyard or a cemetery or whatever, right? So it's like the fact that they have these little details is really cool. Most people are probably not going to notice that. I like that. I appreciate that little attention to detail. I think that just kind of adds a little bit of a nice touch to it. This is her face itself. You can see that there is some blood dripping down the side of her mouth, which is nice. And when she's activated, her eyes do light up, which is really cool. And then she has this little headband on top of her hair. And for those wondering, the sensor itself is going to be right here in the middle. It's just a little white sensor like that. I've noticed that I've had a little bit of problems with it in terms of getting the actual prop to activate, but it doesn't really matter to me because I will be using the remote clicker thing that Spirit sells. I have one of those, and I'll just be activating this manually because to me, manual activation is just better for some props. Now, one thing to quickly note is that the picture depicts her collar being downed like this. For me, I'm probably going to have it like this because if you do look on the lip here, maybe this is just me assembling it slightly incorrectly, but you can see the plastic casing, which I would like to avoid, and that can do the avoiding right there. But yeah, she's a really cool prop overall. I'll play the demo for you guys in just a second. We'll actually take a look at the backside before I do that, though, just so you can see the control panel and all that. But I do like this little netting. It adds a little bit of detail to her. So this is how the backside looks. Basically, when you're putting her together, you'll have this piece right here that comes off. You can literally just grab it, pull it off, and it reveals the pole that connects to the top. But otherwise, there's quite literally no design, and you're probably just going to want to run the wire down her leg and mask the wire behind the tombstone itself, which has no detail on this side. As for the interior, this is how it looks. You have the volume control there, the power right there, and then you have your step pad or a remote activator right there. And then there's just a bunch of different cables that you have to connect for various things, but it's all color-coded, so it's simple. But it really is just as simple as Velcroing the back of the shirt together and then, adjusting the collar how you see fit. Now, here is the demo for her.
Hi there. Are you lost? Don't worry. I know all the secrets of this creepy place. But beware. You don't want to fall in an open grave. Hello, friends. Just be careful where you step. Because sometimes the shadows, they reach out and grab you. Can you hear the whispers of the dead? We can be together forever.
So that was the Grave Dancer animatronic in action. I really do like this prop. I think it's quite nicely done. Do I think it's worth the $189 price tag? Definitely not. This feels like a prop that is better priced at about $150 to $175. The reason I say that is because, for one, you don't get to see it in person. It is online only, which means the only way you're going to see it is the marketing that they do, which they've really barely had any marketing. They've had like one video with it in it, and then you can see the demo in action on the store page. And then the only other way that you're going to see it in action is if someone in your area buys it and puts it in their display. In terms of the movement itself, it's obviously pretty simple, moving left and right, and the eyes do glow, which I kind of like that. I think especially at night, it'll really help it stand out compared to other aspects of your display. The other aspects of the movement aren't really crazy in any way, shape, or form, but for this one, it's a combination of the movement and the sounds themselves that are really helping to drive the entirety of this prop together. The sound for this prop is really good. I like the background noise that it has. I think the ambiance is really creepy, and then you have sort of these sound effects of just the different environment aspects, but then you have that music that fades in and fades out at the very end after her voice is done. Like, she'll say her phrase, which her phrases themselves are creepy, but then you have that like music in the background which subtly plays and then becomes more dominant as her phrase finishes. I really like that, and then the way it closes out, really good. The other noises that you will hear from this if you don't set it up properly is like creaking and things like that you might hear from a wooden house, or squeaking, or even rubbing sounds. And if you hear those sounds, either turn your volume up beyond 50% or make sure that your wires and the clothing are in the right spots. If the wiring is kind of tightened up or is wrapping over other portions, it may create rubbing sounds, which you want to avoid. So just make sure your wiring is done correctly. And make sure that the clothing is placed really well, because if you do raise the pants too high, it will actually prevent the animation from actually happening. It will just not move at all. You'll see her eyes light up, you'll hear her, but she won't be rocking left to right. So this is one of those props where you really do want to make sure that everything looks good, otherwise it may just not give you the full experience. But overall, I definitely enjoy this animatronic. I'm glad that I have it in my inventory. I'm curious what your thoughts are in the comment section below, so feel free to leave them there. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like on it. If you didn't enjoy this video, leave a dislike on it, but please at least tell me what I can improve on for the future. And if you would like to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button. I do plan on uploading some shorts videos just like I have for the Demonica and the Hacking Heidi animatronic, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested in that. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.